Hey folks, Quill18 here, and welcome to a brand new Let's Play for Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup, my all-time absolute favorite roguelike game. Although I do have to give some love to a few others at some point and give them a tryout, but there's just something about Dungeon Crawl that I like. The difficulty level, the fantastic user interface, and just quality of life features is really there. It's a tricky game, but you can choose sort of your own difficulty by determining how many runes you might go for and things like that. The classes and races are not in any way sort of balanced with each other. There's dramatic degrees of difficulty between the different ones, and the challenge is trying to ascend with all the different types. So it's been a long time since we've done one of these videos, and I'd actually started a new run several weeks ago. But I didn't upload any of the videos because I knew there was a possibility with Let 'em Dare, this was a while ago, that it might interrupt the gameplay and it might cause problems. So I didn't want to upload it right away. And in fact, it was long enough that I thought, you know what, I should start a new anyway. Plus, in the meantime, Dungeon Crawl 0.22 has officially been released. There was a tournament and everything, which I missed all of it, which is kind of sucky and too bad. But, words are hard. Yes, was released, which is the first release in quite a long time for Dungeon Crawl. Basically, we'd been playing on 0.22. When we were playing on the trunk, we were effectively playing on 0.22. But now we're going to be doing it officially. We'll probably go back to trunk play later, but for now, I'm going to be quite happy to just play on this sort of base build over here. And what are we doing today? Well, today we're going to be doing a lot of stabby. It's actually one of the first runs I attempted to do in as a Dungeon Crawl video was a Spriggan Enchanter, which is all about doing the stabby. I think back then, though, stabbing was an actual skill still in the game, which is no longer the case. I think it's going to be a bit of a challenge because it'll have a very different feel from some of the other things that we have done. But we'll give it a go. Let's go ahead and load up the character, and then we will talk about exactly what that is like. So, yeah, actually, let's start talking about the skills. If I go and hit that button to show all skills here, you can get a sense of what our Spriggan is. So our Spriggan, actually, maybe the right thing to do is to talk about our race. What are my buttons in? I don't even remember my buttons anymore. That's not the button I want. This is the one I want. No, it's not even that. How do I get, Shift A, that's the one right over here. Excellent. Okay, wow, it has been so long since I've played. Innate abilities, weirdnesses, and mutations. So we are very small. Spriggan, we're just a little tiny thing, and have problems with some larger weapons. So there's some large weapons we can't use. There's some sort of medium-sized weapons that would be two-handed for us. Mostly we're going to be restricted to fairly small weapons, which is fine, because we're going to be doing stabby things with some short blades, mostly. We're too small for most types of armor. Yeah, there's very little things we can wear. I think we can wear robes and maybe something like hide or something like that. Basically, we'll just be wearing robes, I think, the entire game. We can see invisible built in to our race, which is fantastic. We are an herbivore. We cannot eat meat. We cannot butcher corpses for meat. Not allowed at all. The only thing we can eat are rations. Now, luckily, if we skip down a line, we need to consume almost no food. Our normal metabolism level, the rate at which we get hungry, is very slow, so we should have no problems with just rations. The problem is, if we cast spells that have a food cost, that food cost is unchanged. You know, so that it's just consume almost no food, as far as I know, doesn't interact with the food cost of spells. Therefore, if we generate a lot of hunger from spells, we may actually have massive food problems because we can't eat corpses. So we're going to have a higher priority than normal on reducing food costs of our spells, which means the spellcasting skill, actually, I think just the spellcasting skill for the food cost. I don't think int comes in. I don't think your spellcasting skill, like your individual, you know, like conjuring skills or whatever, affect that. I think it's just spellcasting. So we're going to make that a fairly high priority. But one of the biggest things with this species is right over here. You cover ground extremely quickly. Our superpower as a Spriggan is running away. If anything is scary, we should be able to outrun it, and that's going to be our #1 defensive ability, is just GTFO. So that's that. Let's talk about the, oops, what's the button? I want to do this and that, again, to bring up the skills. So aptitude-wise, weapons were pretty bad at all of them, except for short blades, which is fine. We can't actually wield a lot of these anyway, so we're going to be going with short blades, which is short swords, daggers, that sort of thing. And we'll talk about the stabbing mechanic as we go. We do have the -2 aptitude for fighting. We'll probably have to get some points in fighting at some point, just to get some hit points, but it is going to be a little bit more painful to level up. We are quite good with bows and with slings, and we could conceivably do something like that, but if we're going to be focusing on the stabby, I don't think we're going to be investing anywhere in there. We're exceptionally good at dodging with the +4. This is in large part because of our small size. That's funny, large part, small size. We're very bad at armor skill, and this really may not be something we focus on. Our actual AC will never be very high. And therefore, we're not going to get much in the way of free AC from armor skill, and we don't need armor skill for our robes and things like that. We're also very, very poor at shields. We almost certainly will want to do the buckler thing. I think buckler is the only shield we can use. It's possible we can use regular shields, but definitely not large shields. We will want a buckler at some point because it does give you tremendous extra defensive boost, plus it's another thing that can be enchanted with resistances and whatnot, so we will want that. But because we're small, we actually need quite a bit more shield skill than normal to eliminate the penalty from the buckler, and it grows very slowly, so it's going to be painful, but we'll probably have to suck it up. We do have a +2 aptitude to spellcasting, which is amazing, and we actually are pretty good at certain types of spells. Good at hexes, charms, translocations, and transmutations. We're also fine at poison magic at a 0. The -1s are actually doable too, but we may not worry about it. Invocations got a 0, which ain't bad. We do have a +3 to evocations, which means we'll have a very easy time leveling up for powerful wand usage. We can also get more mana from our evocation skills, except that we'll actually have most of our mana from spellcasting. And we got a whopping +5 to stealth. Again, we're fairly small, and everything like that makes it very easy to train up. Okay, before we get started, we're going to have to talk about, we'll take a quick look at our inventory. +1 dagger, robe, and 1 ration over here. So, our primary source of killing is going to be from abusing stabbing damage. So the way stabbing works in the game is if you're attacking with a short blade type weapon, and you're attacking a target that is somehow not fully aware or able to respond to you, you will do bonus stabbing damage. That includes a bonus, like a flat bonus to your damage, as well as a percentage bonus to your damage. Now, those numbers will be based on a variety of different things. Your average between your stealth and your short blade skill will be one part of it, and the exact type of how distracted your opponent is will be another. So things like a sleeping monster is one of the best ways to get like maximum damage. Someone who just who's fully awake but just didn't notice you for some reason will be one of the lowest. People who are confused are sort of in the middle. There's a few things like that. So we're going to be taking advantage of that, and the amount of damage we can do is insane. If we, and a dagger has a bigger multiplier than a regular short blade, well, I think they both cap at the same amount for the flat damage, but the dagger gets there faster. So early on, a dagger will be our best source of stabbing damage, but I think in the long run, going to something like a quick blade or something will be our preferred option. Pretty sure that's true. Anyway, we can basically one-shot anything with a stab with the right degree of these different skills. However, before we jump into just short blades and stealth, our top priority is actually going to be spellcasting and hexes. And the reason for that is twofold. We, right now, just have a single spell memorized, which is Corona, which is kind of pointless. Corona is a spell that you put on someone and it just makes them easier to hit. And I mean, that's not bad, but it isn't what we're really looking for. What we're really looking for is this Confuse spell over here and this Ensorcel Hibernation spell over here. These two spells are going to be, especially the Ensorcelled Hibernation, are going to be our actual kill combo. What this does is it puts people to sleep, Ensorcelled Hibernation. Things that are immune to cold or resistant to cold can't be ensorcelled, so for those people we'll have to use Confuse, but otherwise we put them to sleep and then we stab them to death. Or we confuse them, and then we stab them to death. And these require the Hexa skill. Also, ice over here, but if I recall, it's not the button I want. We want this button. Ice magic over here, we got a -2. Not really worth leveling up. We want the hexes. So we want the hexes skill to be quite good because we don't want any failure chance. We also want to have the highest possible chance of overcoming the resistances. But we also need the spellcasting skill because we need to decrease the hunger cost of those things. So we'll level those both up for now. And actually, we'll probably be leveling spellcasting the entire game. The stealth skill itself will also be raising at some point because high stealth means some things just won't wake up in the first place, and therefore we will be able to just kill them without spending any mana, which will be kind of nice. So with all that being said, we're going to start moving over here. So we got a sleeping kobold over there. It did wake up. So every action you take while in line of sight of a sleeping monster, there is a chance of them waking up. And it's based on a variety of functions, stealth, levels, and things like that. This kobold did wake up, which is a little bit unfortunate. We're going to have to go and just fight them in the face here. And if this one dies, well, if we get killed here, we get killed here. All right. Because it's definitely a possibility. We have great evasion at an 18 to start off with, but we don't have a lot of AC or health. So I can't chop up any corpses. So there we go. We're going to manually explore for a little bit early on. This bat's awake. I'm going to pull back over here because I don't want the other bat to wake up. Yeah, I know the bat is nearby. Is it not coming? Oh, maybe I'm hitting the wrong button. I just want to wait, like... Yeah, okay. I had to toggle numlock. Rather than moving around, it tends to be easiest to kill the bats if you just wait for them over there. There we go. We'll do a bit of a rest, pick up some potions, and this guy is awake. We'll pull back. We only, ideally, want to fight one bat at a time. These things are hard to hit, but they're squishy once you hit them. I was going to say, usually you one-shot them. Okay, not in this case. Snake doesn't quite know where we are. It is awake. Yeah, it's going to see us there. Ball python, at least it can't poison us, which is good. But this is still a little bit on the scary side. All right. We got to be really, really careful early on. Let's see if we can get a stab. Oh, no, and they both woke up. That's a big crowd. Now, if we get in trouble, we can run away. But the problem is, we don't have enough of the map explored. Like, we don't have anywhere we can run to. We can outrun this guy and take advantage of natural regen. If I picked up that sling, well, if I had anything to throw as well, that would be nice. I could zap him with the Corona. Okay, he resisted. I don't... See, it's all fog of war over here. We're not in a situation where we can run away. This is very scary, this initial start. As soon as we get, like, Ensorcel Hibernation, we just need to get one level. We're going to turn into a death machine of a ridiculous proportion. Okay, he's been corona'd here. I'm going to go ahead and miss a bunch, despite the fact that I have a huge bonus to hit. That is not pleasant. Frilled Lizard. Okay. He had the question mark. He didn't know where we were. That's a lot of dudes over there that we're not going to be fighting right now. And we can get some rocks off this guy. And that will... Oh, god damn it. And you still have stones. See, we could potentially die right here. I don't like the fact that I'm running into Fog of War here, but I didn't really have much in the way of a choice, unfortunately. You know, I can't run to a stair. This is the most terrifying part of the game. Well, he's slightly not noticing us. Okay, there you go. Strike the helpless kobold from behind. You puncture the kobold. You don't have a guaranteed chance to hit someone who is simply distracted, like the kobold was. People who are sleeping, you have a guaranteed chance to hit. But here, we did get bonus damage. I was pretty sure if we hit him, he would die in one go. That frilled lizard is still going around. Like, give me a chance to rest, will you? Thank you. Now, we still don't have the spell slots for an Ensorcel Hibernation. Okay, I don't know where the lizard went. There he went. We're going to pick up these rocks. We're going to pick up the sling. And yeah, we may, in fact, make use of the sling early on. Okay, that's a lot of sleeping dudes. If we go to the sling, we can hit the equal sign to adjust it to the letter B. So then we can hit the quotation mark to swap between our two weapons. And a sling, even without bullets, but just sling stones, can do a lot of damage early on. There you go. Killed him. Hex's skill leveled up, which doesn't help us that much right now, but it is there. I'm very tempted to peek down these stairs because it will give us an escape route if there's no one there. There is someone here. I'm going to go ahead and just try to kill him at range like this. There we go. We've just reached level 2 as well, which is great. I'm going to pick up this rock. I'm going to come upstairs. We're going to memorize Ensorcelled Hibernation. Yes, please. What are our chances? So we got the 12% failure chance, which isn't great. And it needs a fair amount of food to do it. Now, you do get spell power just from researching spell casting. It's a lot better to just research, say, hexes directly to raise the power. In this case, with Ensorcelled Hibernation, more power equals more of a chance to overcome magical resistance. And even things with effectively no MR still have a chance to resist things. You know, they have their base chance. So we're going to want to continue to increase both of those. Yeah. Just both of them being on is going to be fine. The hexes, I bet you will probably... I mean, we don't need a much more. Just setting a goal of hexes of like 5. Actually, which I'm going to do here. I'm going to set a skill target for hexes right now for 5. We'll need more later, but get it to 5 and then get the spell casting going, I think will be very good so that we can reliably cast the hibernation without falling asleep. Okay, here we might get a free stab. Of course we didn't. Why would we ever get a free stab? So we're going to try to put you to sleep. It worked. That's good. I'm actually going to set up a macro here. M1 is going to be ZB dot. So that's going to be our hotkey for Ensorcelled Hibernation. So we'll just do that. There we go. Now, one of the things you're going to have to decide when doing the hibernation is if you're going to go and move directly adjacent to something first, or if you're going to cast it from slightly further away, because it does have a range. The problem is if you walk right up to it and then do it, you could get hurt, especially if the spell is resisted. On the other hand, Needles of Frenzy, I don't think we're looking into that. There are types of needles that we can definitely do good things with if we get Curari. On the other hand, if you cast it from further away, there's a chance that they'll wake up as you walk up to them. So oftentimes you'll see like one tile away as sort of the sweet spot to try to minimize the waking up, especially if you get your stealth skill up higher. So we'll auto-explore now. I'll just break line of sight here, because they can't wake up if they don't have line of sight. Ow. Okay, I'm going to take the free stab there. Try to put you to sleep. Okay, and I didn't want you to keep darting me. Robe's not useful for us right now. We're going to leave that for a second. Okay, no free stab. Failing, put him to sleep, and that's generating hunger as well, so that sort of sucks, but we could finish in there. I suppose I could have just fired spells at him. And right, or not spells, but range attacks, which I am going to do here, because there's no way we're going to quite get to them. I was hoping for maybe a freebie kill along the way. We're going to do a weapon swap. Okay. 58% chance for the sleep, and we didn't get it on any go. We need 2 mana to be able to cast this spell. We have most of the level cleared now, so running away becomes a very, very, very good option, especially with a ranged weapon like this. You can't actually catch us, because now we have places to run to. And on future levels, it won't be too bad, because we can run to the stairs as well. We can sort of do this forever. Let's leave a little bit more space here. Hello. I'm gonna say, I don't think we killed him. Just lost track of us. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Ah, alright. There you go. Okay. Switch back to the dagger, rest, run around, pick up a bunch of things. We can probably just solo him directly. Okay. We haven't researched our weapon skill, so we haven't like lowered our casting time or attack timer or anything like that. We have quite a bit of stuff on us at this point. I don't know about just equipping the rings just blindly. It's possible that either one of these two scrolls might be ID or Remove Curse, because they're a little bit more common. But I think we're going to have to wait a little bit more before we do that. So let's try some of these downstairs. We're just going to do a little bit of peeking so that we can map out the level, know where some of our escapes are. The net stuff can be quite powerful. Yeah, okay, we didn't get you here. What we're going to do... There you go. Excellent. That's exactly what we're hoping to do. A lot of this. Now, there's still a chance that we will fail on the actual cast, or that it could be resisted. Now, increased ability increase. We have like no strength. If we get it drained, we could be in a little bit of trouble. But really, we're looking to increase either int or dex. Dex would give us some more evasion stuff, which is really nice. I think I will start by increasing int, though. It will make our spell casting a lot more reliable and different things. And early on, it's going to be really nice. We will rely on a fair bit of spell cast and get things done. So I'm going to be happy to do this. Hopefully, there we go. The adders could be a lot of trouble because we don't have a lot of hit points, and getting poisoned would be bad. But getting the free little stab while they're asleep there is really, really wonderful. These guys can be quite tanky if you don't kill them when they're asleep. That's great. Yeah, we still have 2 pips of hunger on Ensorcel Hibernation. We really want to get it down to nothingness. In fact, I'll leave the hexes on for now. It's fine. It'll stop at 5. It'll lower... If we can get under 10% failure chance on Ensorcel, that'll be nice. Actually, it's time for us to research Confuse as well. And I'll set up another macro, M2 ZX dot, to make it easy. But there you go. So Confuse can work on things that can't be Ensorcel because they're resistant to cold, or... If you ensorcel someone and then they wake up after that, you can't put them to sleep a second time with the spell for quite some time. So he just woke up. There we go, put him to sleep. Ah! See, he woke up as I moved up to him. So I'm going to try to confuse him instead and do that. Although the confusion spell, actually, because it's pure hexes, is less likely to fail, but it generates a lot more hunger. Now, that shout will have woken up some things that are nearby, although here we're still okay. Any chance I can just stab you down? Nice. I mean, it's still... You're being very annoying. It's still early on, so things are relatively squishy. Boom. I'll just kill the bat as is, because it's not actually threatening. It's not going to kill us. Famous last words. Done. Okay. Jackal is nearby, and he's awake. Here, we'll just switch weapons. Fire, fire. Switch back. Sleep you. Stab you. Okay, spellcasting skill goes up. Good. Now, Jackals can be bad because they run in packs, but we've dealt with some of it already. Switch weapons. Whoops. Oh, is there, because of the statue? Some line of sight issues? There you go. Done, done, done. We're not going to do Sling long term, but the thing is they are actual death machines. We'll do a full-on Slinger at some point. This guy will probably wake up as we walk to him, yeah. Nope, I failed to cast a spell, but there we go. We got him there. Done. Hello, Sigmund, with your Scythe of Protection. That's not a very good approach path. We're going to put an exclusion on him over here. Yeah, I don't need to spell you. I mean, we'll be able to kill him. Of course you'd wake up. We will be able to kill him fairly reliably. Oh, we got Natasha and she spotted us right away. Alright, well, here's a good use of our speed here. We're going to go and dodge her. Rest. We'll go down another staircase. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to prioritize going downstairs basically right away. This is insanely dangerous. Oops. I moved the wrong way for a second there. Let's put an explosion on that stair. Go down here instead. Okay. I'll also check this staircase here. Again, getting as much vision on the next level as possible. Ooh, we are all in a big cluster over here. Now, if we can fight the jackals in a single hallway, and especially if they spread out now that they're awake, that will be quite nice. You follow me, buddy. And we're hungry, so we'll have to eat one of our rations. We're under 10% failed in Sourceless Hibernation, which is nice. And it will go down a little bit more as our int boosts some more and our spellcasting goes up. You do get a little bit more power. So yeah, we will stop the hexes at 5 just to get a round number. And then we'll focus on the spellcasting. Needles of Sleeping. We will start collecting some of that. There's almost no way we get to this adder without it waking up. Except we did. Good. And level 4. Now, Dazzling Spray can also do some pretty cool things for us. We're going to go ahead and memorize that. If we go... No, that's not what I want to do. How do I get info on the spells I have memorized? Shift-I, that's what it is. So, fires a spread of scintillating energy bolts from the caster's fingertips. Any living creature they strike may be dazzled and left stumbling blindly. So this is another way that we can get possible disorientation stuff. Although I don't think we're going to have to rely on it for a while. Okay, we'll use auto-explore again. Now, that he's unlikely to be alone. And if there's a priest there to smite, we could be in really, really big trouble. Alright, it is... I was taking a risk. It was early enough that it was fairly likely to be a solo orc as opposed to an orc pack. That's the priority, to kill him. There we go, we got some of this. We got plenty of stones for throwing. Because I'm without sin. Okay. It's a little scary. Now, there will be some motion towards me here. The orc priest could be bad. Go to sleep. Nice. Okay. Here, come at me. There we go. Just want to keep the line of sight blocker. You come at me too. Good. Die. I'm not going to spend a spell on the rat. Jackal Pack can be scary. Oops, you didn't actually go to sleep. Good. Okay. I could have stabbed him while he was still stumbling, actually. It's a lot of orcs. Okay, we're not hungry yet, which is good. Okay, you, come here. Yeah, you shouted. I mean, everyone's going to be awake now. You have a magic something. Enchanted short sword. We will grab it. We're not going to just wield it blindly, though. What are these? Oh, they're just poison needles. Yeah, it's not Kurari. Okay, that's a lot of dudes. We're going to check that this area is mostly clear. I'm just going to tab kill these guys. Again, we haven't studied our short blade time, so our swing time isn't as short as it could be. On the other hand, the short blades, like daggers, do start off pretty quick. I think they start off at a 1 and they can go down to 0.5. Yeah, exactly. So 10 would be the target for short blades. There's also a quick blade, which is like short blade, or like short sword damage, but attack speed of a dagger. It doesn't have the insane dagger stab bonus, but it's still pretty stab-centric, and that'll be... The quick blade will be our goal overall. And I think it is a target of 10 for the min swing as well. And that should be all we ever need. If you do get more short blade skill, your stabs will do more damage, but again, it's an average between that and stealth. So, we'll play it by ear, but we have to manage quite a few different skills here. If I do this, you will shout, but it's probably better than getting closer. I don't know. That's a lot of dudes. No priests, though. Okay. That guy was barehanded, actually. He was slightly less risky. Hand Axe of Venom. Venom's really good early on, but Hand Axe not really our thing. It's not our bag, baby. There's still some wandering around. I think we can just, yeah, just melee you straight up. Come on. Thank you. I should be checking those downstairs as we go, because if you fall in a pit or whatever, it's nice to have the vision. There we go. Go to sleep. Level 5. There we go. Just tab kill this guy. Boom, boom, boom. So that was a shrine to the Hemet over here. Yeah, Vehement. There it is. We are going to have a discussion about our gods soon. There's really two ways I would like to go. Either you take the route where you sort of like just invest in more of what you've already got. That's awesome. And that would be something like Dith. You know, straight up, just more stealth. He's the god of like shadows and darkness. And that would make us even stealthier and give us a couple of cool other abilities. Yeah. At a distance and stab you. The other thing to do is to go with Kiku, who gives you a bunch of interesting necromantic powers if you want to commit to that. And you could get a Dagger of Pain going on with high necromancy skill, which would do ridiculous amounts of damage. You get undead allies and all kinds of stuff like that. Really cool possibilities. Now, there is someone who really wants me to do an actual necromancer run soon, so we may hold off on the Kiku for that. Because I think Kiku can summon bodies, and if you're a vampire, I think that's one of the combos. So I think we're going to go for Dith in this case. So Dith will make everything we do, will just be innately shadowy and stealthy, and that's going to be great. I'll wait for you to move up one. There we go. You woke up. All right, confuse instead. Now, when someone is confused, there's still a chance that they will be able to attack you, which we're actually seeing there. And you don't do as much stabbing damage. We're just going to go to a different staircase. Stab the skeleton. We can't sleep skeletons, although we can confuse them. Spellcasting skill is now a 6. Okay, we no longer get hunger from ensorcelled hibernation. That's fantastic. Confuse still does, but that's okay. We are now going to enable stealth, dodging, and short blades, but I'm going to keep a focus on spellcasting. We're going to want to get our hexes up higher as well. And we're going to set some targets. For stealth, I'm going to say something like 10. Well, dodging we can basically leave on forever. I guess short blades will also set a target of 10, because that's our min swing delay. And we will have to fight some things straight up at some times. There might be packs. We might care about swing timer for a variety of different things. And again, it does increase our stab times. And getting to 10 is going to be pretty easy. Keep the spell casting on focus because we're basically going to be needing to offset our hunger modifier for most of the game. Okay, if this ogre stays asleep, this is going to be great. And we can run away. Oh, we didn't actually one-shot him. Okay, we're just going to run up the stairs. We want to go over here. The fact that we couldn't one-shot an ogre means that we do need to get our stealth and short blade skills up so that we can get more percentage boost to our stab. But that is happening now. I think I'm okay with this going this way. Crimson Imp will be a bit of a pain in the butt, especially if he wakes up like that. Go to sleep. Done. And we're hungry. There's no reason not to eat right away. We could actually eat all the way up to satiated. It's not like we're managing other types of food. I would love to get a stab on this guy before he wakes up. Damn. I can't put him to sleep. Okay. There you go. We just wanted him to blink away again. He's not asleep. He hasn't fully spotted us, though, so we did get bonus stab. There's our ogre buddy. We can't ensorcel him too many times in a row. Well, we can't ensorcel him at all if we've already done it once. So we're going to leave him be for a little bit. We can definitely kill him, though, once we get the sleep stuff going on. Oh, let's check this upstairs to over here. Nice. Okay. More stealth skills will help us do that more reliably as well. And save us quite a bit of casting. We're going to keep going int. Every time we level, as a Spriggan, I think we get a random chance of either getting Dex or Int, so we did get a point of Dex along the way. We're going to keep putting in some Int points for the spell casting power, because even though, like, stabbing is our game, you know, we can't wear those boots. It's going to be empowered via spells. ZB. I'll put you to sleep. Try to stab this confused thing. Again, you have to be a little careful with confused things because you won't likely stab them in one go, and there's a chance that they can hit you. Hey, a shop. And more rations. We will purchase scrolls we haven't identified yet because it will auto-ID them for us, which is going to be fantastic. You also sell rations. I'm not going to buy it now. First of all, I don't have the money, but it's good that you have them. Okay, this is really great because we know remove curse now. So we're going to try on our rings. Okay, the Ring of Fire is not going to be useful for us. We're just going to drop it. The protection from fire is nice. I mean, the Ring of Fire does give you, in addition to spell casting for fire, it does give you fire resistance at a cost of cold vulnerability, but we're happier with this. Positive energy gives us protection from negative energy, which isn't terribly useful yet, but it's nice that it exists. There's a chance that we will equip the enchanted short sword and it will be something really horrible, like distortion-y and whatever. And okay, the 9 scrolls, that's got to be identify, right? Yeah. I'll check the short sword that way. It's just a flat +3. It might be worth actually equipping it. I don't know. It reduces the chance that we could one-shot stab someone. Makes us a lot better than straight up fighting, because it's got higher base damage, and the +3 is very nice. I don't know. We will read more scrolls to identify our potions. So RW, click, RW, click, RW, click. And what are the potions, actually? Okay, well, we definitely don't want regen, or degen. And we will drop the potions mutation for now, although we might do some quaffing of that later on. Oh, yes, really drop it. Another ring. All right, ogre butt. You noticed that we could take a stab. He did spot us. Okay, you are going to resist it a fair amount of the time. Oh, you actually lost track of us for a second. What am I doing here? If you have enough stealth, there's a chance people will lose track. Oh, did I hit? I was hitting 2, not 1. I was trying to confuse him, not ensorcel him, which I guess was fine. I want to try ensorceling him first, because that's better if you can do it, but we checked all the downstairs. We did. I don't think we didn't. Oh, yeah, that's the one with the actual ghost. Let's check this downstairs. Yeah. All right, buddy. Get confused. There. Ow. I really don't want to take risks with this guy. I'm going to pop up. We're going to rest. What is the spell book? Butterflies is actually good for distraction. Various summonings can be kind of fun. However, now we're using, since this is 0.22, just like the trunk build we were using before, we don't actually put the spell book in our inventory, which is great. We are going to put on this coral ring. Coral. Oh, all right. Well, this is why we have remove curses. Boom. So drop C and put on K again. I guess all the stairs... Oh, teleport trap. Okay. Doesn't matter. All the stairs were fairly close together, so regardless of the fact, we're going to be facing this phantom some more. So there's the confuse. Still hard to hit. Confuse again. And he can still hit us sometimes. Now, we could just drag him up the stairs. And we may have to. I'm going to go ahead and quaff the heal wounds. What we're going to do is we're going to drag him up the stairs. Oh, he didn't come. Come up the stairs. Thank you. Just going to attack you so that you blink away. And we're going to go down like that. Okay, so we're just going to leave the phantom behind. Oh, we didn't one-shot you. Okay. Yeah, we definitely need the short blades and the spellcast and the stealth to go up, which is what we're doing. We still need the spellcasting to go up though, because the hunger thing is going to cause us huge problems. Maybe I can take away the focus though for now. We could just turn off dodging for now. You know what? We're still not doing straight up fighting, so we'll do that because we really do have to be one-shotting everything. Okay. Gotcha. Got you as well. Excellent. Okay. If we do, what is it, Control O? So Ruin Vehement. Nope. Still looking for our god. And yeah, we will go Dith. Ha. Those are actual sling bullets, which are kind of nice. Alright. Oops. I'll just confuse you. Kill you that way. Pick you up. We will quiver. Sling stones. There we go. Okay, good. Oh, I want to check these downstairs. Okay. Teleport trap. That's fine. Helmet, which we can't wear. Wujin Council. Wujin Council is another one that can do funky stabby things, if I recall correctly. But that's not where we're going. Alright. I'm going to drag you up. There we go. Good. That could have been slightly more dangerous. How are we doing with scrolls? Let's go ahead and blind read some more scrolls here. Scroll of Fog can be very handy. We've already discovered teleportation, which is nice, actually. Noise is... you know what? Since I discovered teleportation, what I should have done is read the scrolls in the previous level to not wake them up. Scroll of Silence. So we can't read this. Okay. Things are going to be attracted to that staircase because of the noise. So we're just going to move over here. Here, we'll eat again. We'll read some more scrolls later. Shadow Imp. Now... resistant to cold, so we can't put it to sleep. It's got the pain ability. It could really do a lot to us. We are definitely going to be looking for a confuse, which we've got. I didn't like doing it from so far away because there might have been other stuff over there, but I want to guarantee that the spell was going to go off before I closed in on this guy. So he's resistant to cold, so I can't hibernate him. There we go. Whew. All right, good. Oh, I should have checked the downstairs there. Okay, Hound's alone, which is good. And we got tons of speed. Now, some of these guys are pretty fast. More stealth. The temple. Okay, we will go to the temple right away. And we will find Dith. Wait, what? I haven't found him yet? Oh, he's not in the temple. All right. Well, that's the way it goes sometimes. Am I not auto-picking up Scrolls of Fog? If I manually pick it up, will that have changed the rules for me? Yeah, okay, good. So the / key lets you change your auto-pickup rules. And Fog can be handy. There we go. Finally found a cloak, which we're going to wear right away. +2 cloak. Okay, no resistances, which would have been nicer. I don't think we found anything else that we can wear. I mean, there's some just non-magical robes. Be nice to find some magic ones. We've got a magic sling over here. We've got Remove Curse. I don't think the slings can possibly do anything weird. Of flaming. Alright, drop... oops. Drop B. Drop the old sling. And we will relabel Y as B. So there we go. So now we've got a slightly better sling. We're still going to mostly go around with the dagger. We got a weapon Chape. +8 dagger. Pierce slow. Oh, it's slow. Examine C. It may slow you down when you take damage. Well, I mean, that's strangely okay. I mean, we don't have the money for it now. But we'll put a reminder that this exists. It's not going to be like an endgame weapon, but it might be one we tolerate for a fair amount of time. Oh, yeah, we should definitely check some of these downs. Let's put an exclusion on that. It's a lot of stuff over here. Now, I don't think either one of them can be put to sleep. Yeah, no. We can confuse. Okay. That was... I did that dumb. It's okay. Oh, we're going to check the other downstairs. That one over here. Okay. So then we know our escape routes. Okay, well, let's just go back down this one then, because it's safe and fine. More fog, yes. Killer bee. Oh, this is a terribly dangerous floor. Okay. You, come here. Yeah, I didn't want you to go that way. Just gonna wait. There you go. Wait. Get confused, punk. Thank you. Stop running that way. There we go. Hello. Now, a lot of times these guys have cursed stuff. +4 daggers, not bad, though. No, stop disrobing. No, stop. He hasn't actually spotted me yet. That is the weakest stab bonus, is the I just haven't spotted you yet, even though it's got the same symbol as confused. Of resistance. So that's both cold and fire resistance. Okay, yeah, that'll do. We can drop you. We'll not use the short sword. Again, it's got higher base damage than the dagger, but that's not, we really don't need it. And we've got that. So we've got 7 AC now, which it's still kind of poor, but that's about as good as we can accept. EV's maybe not as high as we'd like, but it's still going okay. And I just realized this recording has gone on forever. So let's go ahead and put in a cut over here. Thanks for watching, folks. We'll see you guys next time. Good. I'm very excited about this run. I think it's going to be great.